We've got ourselves a different 3 versus 3 here, where we have ourselves another Gen First build. Yep, I must have been doing Gen First for a really long time, thinking that it was awesome and amazing. And it does work in some cases, but going Gen First over here on left-hand side is a little bit rough because you're very close to your enemy. So if they choose to rush you, it's going to be a problem. But I believe Gen First works well here if you're playing Jerome because Jerome is a very strong leader and you can get him out relatively fast by doing this. But it is going to go ahead and hurt the supply game. So we're going to see how this build order turns out. We're going to go with double supply. Sorry for that crack. And we're going to be able to take at least as much supply as possible before those Marines get to a low health. But we got to go over to the healing spire. So we're taking some supply. He's trying his best to try and take some himself as well. I wonder if that actually worked or not with what they did. But if that worked, I gotta try that in case they end up taking those supplies before I get there. So we have enough power to go ahead and get ourselves a second gen upgraded, and there's that second gen. And once we get enough supply, we'll go ahead and make our armory. We're going to go ahead and get a hero out right away. But we're both chilling in the healing spire right now. And now I'm just going to keep grabbing resources around the map. So playing as Jerome, we're going against triple UNSC across the board. And we're going to have, I think, a Yap Yap as light green. Or at least his maybe a Decimus making some grunts. And Dark Blue grabbed the mini base and it's playing as UNSC. We don't really know what their leader is, but it is a leader. And so we're going to go ahead and just grab resources around the map. Not much really is going to be going on so far, but we are going to go ahead and get our hero out right away. And that's getting him out practically at the 2-minute mark is a pretty good deal, honestly. And there we go. So we got a Shipmaster on our team and a Serena. And I didn't see the screen fast enough to see what the other team is doing. So heroes being made right away by Dark Blue. So we're going to have Serena out right away. And we're going to let them capture the power nodes as well. But we're going to at least start clearing that out. So that way they'll be able to capture that comfortably because they only have one Marine over there. Time for heroes is being called as well. Definitely could upgrade a supply pad, which I ended up doing already. The hero will be out any second now, and then we'll be able to get the Mantis drop as well. So all in all, Gen First does work for this map. If you're trying to get your hero out right away and there's no mini base to grab. If there's a mini base, don't go Gen First, not really worth it. But if you're on this left-hand side, definitely worth trying out. It's not like you need much supply at the beginning anyway, so the hero is out relatively fast and we're just going to be sending it over. And it turns out they were in the same mentality as me. I guess we weren't one of us, we were both expecting someone was going to go ahead and grab that power, but it never happened. And so I ended up getting free power because of it. So it does look like Kasano is going to be on my side of the map. Y-Move is going to get dropped over here. He has no idea. And so look at that. Some great damage against some Marines over here with the stun. And so now we're going to send our Marines over as well. And because Jerome is out right away, I'm going to be able to take this power node relatively fast. We're going to see if a second base is being established. And we should start thinking about getting a second base of our own. We don't really have a heavy supply economy, but because this hero is kind of hard to take out early in the game, this is just going to give us an opportunity to go ahead and grab that second base. We have him crowded, and so we can just keep the pressure up on this side. There's Kasano on this left-hand side. Definitely they ended up doing all units because they also got the ability where as soon as the units are spawned, they're going to move a lot faster. So we do have our Marines and everybody trying to fall back. Kasano popped her ability to make their units even stronger. We have more Marines coming in to try and reinforce this. And even if the Mantis does somehow come down, we do have enough to be able to push this back. And so we have a hero versus hero fight over here with Kasano. It does look like it's a Tech 1 Kasano, maybe Tech 2, honestly. No, it doesn't move that fast yet. So we did lose a lot of our Marines, but they did end up losing a lot of their army as well. And now we're going to be pushing Kasano back because they did in all units to fall back. And so this is going to be a great way to take out Kasano if we have the vision for it. It has a little bit more HP. We fired the missile barrage. Will it take it out? Yes, it does take the hero out. and we're going to stop the power node from being taken as well. And so we're going to do a quick scout to see what orange has on this left hand side. Optical Apple is playing here. Maybe it's Apple's second account. But there's a Mantis on this right hand side with some mines as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get ready to retreat, because there's no way I'll be able to do much damage left on this side of the map. But with Serena now coming out on the field, we're going to get that grenade ability, and we're going to try and go in for a flank, because if we can get the freeze on the hero, then we'll be able to actually take out the hero as a whole. We have a good amount of units. And so we're going to unlock our base, because for whatever reason we had it locked. But here's that hero that I was talking about. The ice is coming down on them, which is going to be very nice to see. And there we go. We're going to get rid of at least the Mantis. Now we just have to continue to follow this. Yellow is, by the way, doing a great job just going after Dark Blue's base. And so hopefully they'll be able to stop that from happening. But Jerome also just recently got upgraded, and it does look like their Jerome is going to be taken out. We just need one more volley and we just got it. And now look at this. Dark Blue's base is kind of in shambles, but at least it's all burning up and nothing has been destroyed. And so I'm going to go ahead and start working on getting the mini bases set up. We're going to get our upgrades. We're going to start getting turrets set up on the side, mainly because I'm not really focused on this left hand side of the map. And there were some units healing at the healing spire, so if they chose to push me, it would kind of be a problem. But airpad is coming down. We're going to self-destruct the armory, even though we kind of do need that upgrade for our hero. But Master Doms are going to come out. We are putting some Marines in there, but we don't really have combat mechanics, if I'm not mistaken. Y move is being popped by Cassano. And we are working on nodes. I'm going to stop capturing the middle node so Serena could be able to capture it. But there's that combat mechanics. And so now it's going to be my job to try and keep orange in check, and make sure that they respect the fact that I do have myself an army that's growing and getting better. And so now it's just being able to apply the pressure. See how much units we can go ahead and take out and knock out. They do have some Colossus, not some Colossus, some Cyclops. We do have some more Nightingales to continue to get the heals, but until our Marines get in there with combat mechanics, I don't think there's going to be much that we can do right now. And so once that upgrade kicks in, we're going to be able to do more. But right now the Master Doms are taking some serious damage over here. We're trying to retreat one of them. At least it gets self-destructed, but our units are still alive, which is very nice to see. And so we're going to keep this pressure up. But with the unit combination that they have, I'm going to need to start putting some snipers into this army. But it does look like we are at least continuously clearing out an army as a whole. And we aren't really losing much. They're losing more than what we are. And so we were able to get rid of some Hellbringers, and we got rid of some Cyclops as well, which is going to be a great cue for me to try and do pressure on orange over here. Because red is kind of caught in between two sections, where are they going to go ahead and rescue orange, or do they feel like orange has the ability to hold this off? And it does look like red is going to try and rescue them. So I'm going to go ahead and pop Spartan morale. Hopefully I did. Yeah, and we're going to go for a full-scale retreat. We do have a Master Dom. We're going to put Jerome in there to make sure that he does not die. But the Rams are coming in, and this is kind of going to be a little bit problematic. I don't think we'll be able to save that hero, which we aren't able to do so. But once we get that upgrade for that tech, we can get that armory back up. The push that tried to happen on this right-hand side, it just wasn't able to happen, unfortunately. And so Master Dom is going to go ahead and continue that production and make some more Marines associated with it. Get some more Master Doms. And now that we're getting a little bit of snipers, it's going to help with the Cyclops that we're kind of starting to become a problem, especially if we get a Tech 3 Cassano and they get the upgrades to make, to have that stun, that slow ability. We want to be able to respond to that accordingly. So Serena has great siege, or at least some great pressure on mid, with the Y move with the hero, as well as just being able to have that node. And so I'm going to try and go in for round 2 to see if we can go ahead and take out this base and keep orange on one base if possible. And so we're focusing that down. Nightingales are being popped, and so it is going to be a little bit problematic if they come in to heal the base, but right now that has not happened. We're still waiting for more reinforcements to happen from the Mastodon. And because of the fact that we have good pressure, I'm going to go ahead and make a siege turret in the front left, so then that way we get that additional help for when we have to. And now I'm going to go ahead and start retreating, because here we go. We have yellow showing up, and luckily we have some great siege that's happening on that side of the map. But orange is still showing up with the Cyclops and its Hellbringers, and they pop their ability up as well. And so remember, we don't really have our hero, but we were able to at least be able to apply a lot of pressure, got rid of that orange base. Red is now over here as well. So we saw yellow, we saw orange, and now red. And this is kind of a tough position to be in as a whole. But it's not like we're really losing much. Definitely was there an opportunity to try and push right lane? Sure, but if it's fortified really hard, which that's the presume of the situation that I'm going to guess right now, it's going to be kind of hard to break something that's really sieged up with fortifications and upgraded turrets. So I think the play is for me to go ahead and keep abusing this left-hand side. It is the weakest side so far. We've kept orange on one base. We have good siege, and now we have ourselves a second siege turret being made as well. Our hero is going to be coming out, and we just got upgraded jackrabbits to provide additional vision. So I think with what we've got, we're going to be able to do some good work here. And there comes the drop. And this is kind of going to be a problem, because we're going to at least lose one of our mantises. But at least that mantis has nothing but marines in there. But it is going to be a little bit unfortunate to lose some of that army. But you're not really seeing any nightingales. So this damage that these warhogs are taking, these flame hogs, they're kind of going to be permanent right now. And so I'm going to go ahead and see if a second base is being established. And if you look at the mini-map, it is. And so we're going to keep this pressure going, keep making the Mastodons. We're going to have some Cyclops now to help deal with these flame hogs. But right now we need at least one or two more, at least one more Mastodon full of units. But we're practically going to be at max pop. And with this additional vision that we have, we're going to be able to do some good work on this side of the map. And so yes, the hero is going to continuously be a problem, but we do have ourselves a decent amount of snipers. And our siege turrets are starting to do some work on the flame hog. Meanwhile, you have yourselves a big fight that's happening between blue and green on this other side of the map that we unfortunately won't be able to see. But I do have the Spartan drop if we need to do so. But this is kind of getting shredded by the siege that we have all over the map. And I only lost one Mastodon full of units. A Nightingale does finally go down, but we still have two more Nightingales that are providing good heal. We got rid of the hero, and the rest of the Flame Hogs does look like it's going to be taken care of. So we're going to be able to at least start taking down Orange's base on this side of the map. Nightingale does come down. I want to focus that down right away. And so now he has some Wolverines to help deal with the Nightingales that are providing heals. So now I no longer have any heals. And just like that, we got some good momentum. But constant siege will continuously be a problem from that siege turret. And we do have our hero inside the Mastodon, which is really nice. But I need to start retreating one of the Mastodons, so then that way it does not pop. And we can try and get that healed right away. And it doesn't look like I'll be able to. But hey, we're going to still focus down on the base and take that out. We're still at full pop and we have plenty of supply. So now this is going to be our cue to start retreating a little bit while we go ahead and figure out how to take out Orange now that he's on one base. So we're going to put the rest of our units in that Mastodon. And now it's just trying to, as I mentioned, figured out a way to go ahead and break Orange. So we do have siege turrets that are going to back us up. If we can get the vision from this node, that would be excellent. But unfortunately, my marine is still not capturing it. And I also am having issues just trying to have my hero not be inside the Mastodon. And so reinforcement upgrades will come a long way. Don't know why I'm going with the third siege turret. I definitely do think double turrets would be good enough, but it does look like they have a bunch of siege now that's starting to show up, and we have a marine that's unfortunately got flamed to death. But red is going to try and push this side of the map, but I do have myself enough siege just across the board, right? Jerome doesn't really do good against siege, and so we have ice siege, and there's a bunch of siege by yellow as well. And so we're gonna have to start falling back. It's not like I feel like I'm in an uncomfortable position. We're definitely going to be able to hold this. Jerome goes straight into the Mastodon to make sure that that's not being destroyed or my hero being eliminated. And we still are kind of in a rough spot. How do we break this, right? Now red's over here to try and help orange establish a second base. But I do feel like we are able to take that out if we need to. And here comes a huge move by yellow, bringing in its Kodiaks. But I don't think he knows I have vision because of the fact that I have Kodiaks on this side of the map. And so we do have some Hornets, at least 2 of them, to go ahead and start working on that siege on this side. And this is a good like 2,400 resources. Drops do come in, but honestly, like, what are those drops really going to do? I have Hornets, and they are not anti-air vehicles, so tanks are also now in play by orange as well. But it does look like with the siege that I have, the triple siege from my base, it turns out it was a very good idea. There aren't any signs of air, so that's probably the reason why I did that. And now we're trying to mix some Hornets into our army because we have level 2 air, and there's not really much anti-air. So I want to be able to see if I can go ahead and capitalize on this. And right now with the amount of siege that we have, it is looking a little bit good. We will have field promotion to be able to use, and we have an opportunity to take out Jerome over there on the right hand side, and maybe he will get taken out by the siege, and it does look like he is. But we still have 2 siege on the map by yellow, but there's some great pressure that's happening on this right hand side by light green and dark blue. And because of that, red is now over there on that side of the map, which is going to be my cue, you guessed it, to come right on in to see if we can take out orange's base on this side of the map. And now with the vet 1 across the board on all our nightingales and almost on all our masterdoms, we're going to be able to continue to do some good pressure over here. Remember, we do have some cyclops inside of here as well. And so now I'm just going to keep on focusing down on the base, and that hero is going to be taken out as well. And we do have some siege. Those Kodiaks are just doing a magnificent job over here, and we're going to be able to clear out some tanks and wolverines. And with that damage reduction from the veterancy, we can now start focusing down on the base. But now red has shown up on this left hand side of the map, but we still have plenty of siege coming in from my siege turrets, as well as Serena's ice siege coming in as well. And those are bunched up really nicely, so this is all going to be taken out very well. And now we can start working on vehicle upgrades. We definitely have a lot of supply, so we're going to go ahead and work on a gen there. But it does look like we have finally been able to collapse orange over here. He doesn't have much of an army left, but it is an army nevertheless. And right now we have 1 Kodiak over there by yellow that's still doing some work, but it just got taken care of on that side of the map. And now orange doesn't have much left, and because of that, they end up disconnecting. And we end up taking a nice W from here. So this is pretty nice to see. All that's left is a Jerome over here and whatever's happening on yellow. But there we go. Jerome is gone as well. And there's that victory screen. So all in all, pretty cool to see the Jerome play going with the gen first, and it actually worked out. That's pretty cool to see. I was very efficient this game. I went 33 for 73. But yellow with the economy just slaughtered all of us. Props to yellow over here. But all in all, like, our teammate went 50 for 46 and 47 for 44. It was a relatively good battle. I think the fact that I was able to go ahead and take advantage of orange on my side of the map helped to put a lot of relief, because it was really hard to push that right hand side of the map because of all that siege. We saw those 4 Kodiaks that showed up. So all in all, hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, feel free to give that lovely like and subscribe for the YouTube if you are interested. If not, it is all good. And so with that being said, have a good one, and until next time.